Joe didn't like tests. He didn't like homework either. School was boring. He preferred playing games. Tests made him nervous.
Joe's best friend Finn was different. Finn loved learning. He studied hard for every test.
Why do you study so much? Tests are no fun. I mean, who really enjoys sitting in a classroom all day, staring at books and listening to lectures? It just seems so boring and pointless.
Learning is fun. It's not just about tests and grades. It's about discovering new things, exploring different ideas, and understanding how the world works. When you find something you're passionate about, it doesn't feel like studying at all. When you learn, you understand the world better. You start to see connections between things, and everything begins to make more sense. It's like unlocking a treasure chest of knowledge that makes life more interesting and exciting.
Joe didn't understand. He couldn't see the point of all this studying. To him, it was just a chore, something he had to do because the adults said so. He just wanted to play games and have fun. Video games were exciting, toys were entertaining, and playing outside with friends was the best part of his day. Joe's older sister, Bella, saw Joe was struggling. She noticed how frustrated he was with his schoolwork and how he seemed to be losing interest in learning. She knew he was smart, but he just needed a little push. Bella decided to help Joe by making learning more fun and engaging. She showed him how to turn his studies into a game, and soon Joe started to see the joy in learning.
I have something for you. It's not just any ordinary pencil. This is a magic pencil. It has special powers that can help you in ways you can't even imagine. It will help you learn faster, understand better, and even make studying fun.
A magic pencil? That's silly. How can a pencil be magical?
Try it. Just hold it while you study. You'll be surprised at how much easier everything becomes. Trust me.
Joe didn't believe in magic, but he was curious. He had always struggled with his studies, but he took the pencil. Maybe, just maybe, it could help him. He figured it couldn't hurt. After all, what did he have to lose? With a deep breath, he decided to give it a try. The next day was the big test. Joe felt nervous. He had been preparing for weeks, but the anxiety was still there. The thought of failing made his stomach churn. As he walked into the classroom, he could feel his heart pounding in his chest. The room was filled with other students, all looking just as anxious as he was. Joe took a deep breath and tried to calm his nerves. He held Bella's pencil tight. It was a gift from his best friend, Bella, who had always believed in him. The pencil was supposed to be magical, or at least that's what Bella had told him. Joe wasn't sure if he believed in magic, but he held onto the pencil like it was his lifeline. It gave him a sense of comfort, a small piece of hope in a sea of uncertainty. As he looked at the questions, something amazing happened. The panic that had been building up inside him started to fade away. The questions didn't seem as daunting as they had before. It was as if a fog had lifted and he could see everything clearly. Joe felt a surge of confidence that he hadn't felt in a long time. The answers seemed to come easily. Each question he read seemed familiar, and he found himself writing down answers without hesitation. It was like the information was flowing from his brain to the paper effortlessly. Joe couldn't believe how smoothly everything was going. He had never felt this confident during a test before. He remembered what he studied. All those late nights and early mornings spent poring over textbooks and notes were paying off. The hours of hard work and dedication were finally showing results. Joe realized that he knew more than he had given himself credit for. The study sessions with Bella, the practice tests, and the countless revisions were all coming together. He felt calm and focused. The initial nerves had disappeared, replaced by a sense of determination and clarity. Joe was in the zone, completely absorbed in the task at hand. He wasn't thinking about the consequences of failing anymore. He was just focused on doing his best. The classroom around him seemed to fade away, and it was just him and the test paper. The magic pencil was working, or at least that's what Joe thought. He couldn't help but smile as he continued to write. Whether it was the pencil or his own hard work, something was definitely going right. Joe felt a sense of gratitude towards Bella for giving him the pencil and for always believing in him.
The pencil worked! Joe exclaimed silently to himself. He felt a rush of joy and relief. The test that had seemed so intimidating at first was now almost enjoyable. Joe couldn't wait to tell Bella about how the pencil had helped him. He felt a sense of accomplishment that he hadn't felt in a long time. I think I did really well, Joe thought as he finished the last question. He looked over his answers one more time, feeling a sense of pride. He had done his best, and that was all that mattered. Joe felt a weight lift off his shoulders as he handed in his test paper. He knew that no matter what the result was, he had given it his all.
It wasn't the pencil, Joe, a voice in his head seemed to say. Joe paused for a moment, thinking about it. The pencil had given him confidence, but it was his own hard work and determination that had made the difference. The realization hit him like a ton of bricks. It was you all along. Joe felt a sense of pride and accomplishment. He had done it. He had faced his fears and come out on top. The magic wasn't in the pencil. It was in him. Joe realized that he had the power to succeed all along. He just needed to believe in himself. You just needed a little belief in yourself. Joe smiled to himself, feeling a newfound sense of confidence. He knew that he could face any challenge that came his way. The test was just the beginning. With a little belief in himself, Joe knew that he could achieve anything he set his mind to.